In. All right. Happy Thursday. I'm excited for this power hour. It's month end. I feel like I've said this several times this month, but I just feel like September has just been a very good month for me personally, but very weird in just the dynamic of things, school starting back, just kind of a whirlwind. We're already at the end of the month, and I just can't believe how fast this month has went by. And every month is busy. And I never mean to make excuses, but I think I can vouch for all of us when I say, like, it's just been kind of a crazy month. And I think it's important to kind of like it's month in. So here we are. We can take what we know and we can do some things and we can set our October up for success, no matter what September held, no matter what anything else is held for the previous of the year. Like the time is now and we can actually leverage so much. And with coming into October and November, and for those of you who haven't experienced this, so I was able to experience November sales because like with my former first company, we didn't really have sales in November. It like wasn't really a thing. So for me, I was like, I didn't know anything about like November sales. With the second company I was with, November sales were like massive. Like it was the best month of the year. Your business was going to skyrocket, rocket. Your income was going to double. It was just very much, it was very exciting. And it was something that everybody looked forward to. When I shifted to Green Compass, it was very similar. Green Compass does a lot of sales in November if you don't know that. And so if you think about this in the terms of this is our business, and if we want to leverage and utilize the time we have now, we have a lot of time actually. We have a whole month and just a few days to really leverage to go into November with your best business ever, your best month ever, your best paycheck ever, whatever that looks like, because we know that the work we do now can pay us in the month to come. And so when you come out with these sales and you've been consistent, it's going to make sense and people are going to be like, holy cow, all right, now's the time to buy. I'm in, right? So let's think about that as we end this month and then we go into October, setting ourselves up for success. And I want you guys, we're not really doing this on this call and I didn't really plan to say this, but I want you guys to really map out what this is going to look like. I'm getting very clear. This month was like, I share this quickly because this month was very good in my own personal growth. I didn't push in my business. It wasn't a month for me to push. I don't know if it's because subconsciously I knew that October, November were coming, and I really wanted to be full force and present in those months. I did show up this month, but just on a lower scale than I normally do. And I'm really proud of myself for that because I usually beat myself up for things like that. And so it's just been a really cool month. But in doing that, I'm getting really clear and intentional because I haven't been this month with my business and I want to be more intentional. And if I want to do that, I really need to get clear on what that's going to look like for October and setting those blocks and setting that time. And so I would love to like hold a little bit of accountability if there's several of you on here that are like, I want to do that too. Like I really want to get clear on the times that I show up. I really want to get clear on like what I'm sharing today and what that's going to look like because when you have that clarity and you're not just running by the seat of your pants, which is how I usually roll, and it can work, okay? But if we can get really clear on that, then it's like, okay, I feel like less overwhelmed, I feel prepared, and now's the time for us to get into that prep mode, okay? So I don't really have anything for you guys for like what we're gonna do for that, but we'll work on that and we'll like kind of share things and I'll try to share things like, okay, here's my work blocks. This is what I'm trying to do. Here's my list today. This is what I'm knocking off. This is what's most important. And I think when we do that, we just feel, I don't know, refreshed and it feels good and we feel present and intentional. So I'll try to kind of throw some things in there. And if y'all need accountability, just like nudge me and be like, okay, I want to kind of get clear and I'd love to share with you what I am doing, and we can share back and forth. And I would love that because I think it's just helpful for everybody. Okay, with that being said, it's a good day to work. It's a good day to close some people. It's a good day to reiterate things, to follow up, to throw out some truth bombs about the business, about the products, about whatever it is. And I feel like people are shifting more. School started and people are shifting into, I like to think, and maybe I'm making this up, but I like to think that people are shifting into I'm ready to spend some money and I'm ready to invest in myself and I'm ready to try your CBD. Okay. But if we don't share it and we don't show up and drop these truths, then they're not going to buy from us because they don't know what we're doing and they don't understand why they would want to in the first place. And so we have a lot of things coming up this month to, really briefly, and then I'm going to turn it over to Annie. We have an onboarding system that we are about to roll out. We're in the midst of working on. It's going to be ready very soon, which I'm excited because this is going to streamline everything for new advocates coming in, and it's going to be very much consistent for everybody coming in. With that, we have some new story slides we're working on, and things like that that are going to be fresh because I think we could use some fresh things, story slides to post. And so we felt that as a team. So we've been working on that. So with that being said, get excited because this is about to be like really, I know we've had a lot of excitement with product launches and a bunch of new advocates joining and so much stuff, but it's really about to be like the most exciting time of the year to be in Green Compass. And so let's come together and work and we'll soar together. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Annie and she's going to like jump into some follow-ups that we're going to start with.
Hello, hello. Okay, this is actually perfect because if you guys are in Allie's team page, she posted a whole thing about follow-ups today. So I thought I'd read that real fast because I think it's helpful. So her stats are 48% of people never follow up with a new prospect. 48%. 25% make a second contact and then that's it. 12% make 3 and stop. Only 10% make 3 or more with a prospect. So 10% of us are doing multiple follow-ups. So 2% of your sales are made on the first contact, 3% on the second contact, 5% on the third contact, 10% on the fourth contact, and 80% of your sales come from the 5th to 12th contact, which actually goes in alignment with what Kim said yesterday on her live in the Facebook page that someone she had talked to her 12 months ago and she had done 12 follow-ups in those 12 months and made the sale yesterday. Or I don't think it was 12 months. She'd done 12 follow-ups since December. Okay, so this was some follow-up language that Allie had shared in our team page. So we're going to spend like 5 or 10 minutes doing some follow-ups right now. Where's the chat? Here we go. Here's the ones that Allie had posted. I do a lot like that. I don't know about you guys, I often give people an out and I will add on there, if you're not interested, let me know so I don't bother you anymore, or do you prefer me to keep following up? And oftentimes I'll find people that say, I'm not ready right now, but keep checking in with me because I will be later. Like very rarely do they say, I'm not interested at all, remove me from your follow-ups. So here's some verbiage to run with, and then we will move on to invites next.
Okay, so I'm just gonna flow into invites. Don't feel like you need to, if you're still wanting to do follow-ups and that's where your flow is right now, don't feel like you need to shift, but I want to put this out here so that we can shift into new invites. So I put a couple examples in the chat. Invites are just the verbiage is just kind of it can be whatever you want it to be. I like to just be direct and ask the question and tell them there's no pressure, but it's helped me with X, Y, and Z. And then ask the question that you never know, right? And so let's go ahead and try to send like, I don't know, at least five invites. But again, if you guys feel like you still want to do follow-ups, that's fine. Follow-ups and invites kind of flow, I feel like, into kind of one thing. So anyway, let's go ahead and knock out some of those and then we'll kind of go into the next thing. And I really encourage you guys, if you feel like you aren't getting enough time to do the follow-ups and invites that you want to do or need to do them like after we get off here or tonight, set another little block tonight to do those. Feel free to ask any questions that you guys have.
Oh, and one thing, did you mention, sorry, I was still sending follow-ups. Did you mention the business opportunity call Monday that they
No.
can invite you to?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad you said that. So Monday, Annie and Jacqueline are leading our business opportunity call. So is that 7:30 Central, right? I'm assuming.
Yes.
So that would be good to invite to because we always want to be inviting to. I did this more product focused. So what you could do on this is you could just say something like you could either do a business only invite, like where you're just thinking about people that would be good for the business. Um, you think they would love the products, you think that they're kind of crunchy-ish, they're holistic, they're whatever. This seems like their vibe, whatever it is. Don't prejudge people, but just think of those people that you think this could really help. And then you can ask them the question too. Or you could even like say at the end of the product focus one, say something like, my team is even having a call Monday night that's going to be talking about the business and how like I like to talk about just how much of a rare find this is with the fact that like nobody has what we have kind of thing. And I like to say something maybe like, I'd love to if you'd want to know more information on even the business side of things and how this is different and how nobody has what we have here with our organic CBD, we're running a call Monday. Would that be something you would like to listen to? So there's another way to kind of throw in the business. I think oftentimes we don't throw it in because we're like, oh, they won't want to talk about the business or they won't want to know about it because like we haven't even talked about the products that much. Why would they want to talk about the business? But you just never know until you ask. So all right. So that was the only, and then also if you guys have anybody right now that's like get to talking to and they're interested in the business, you could either get them in a three-way with your upline or there's still that CBD 101 group that Michelle and Jacqueline just did a live last evening about the business. And so that would be a really good one that you could just dump people in, tag them in the video, and there you go. I don't like to typically wait. I'll be honest. If I have someone that wants to know about the business and it's Thursday, I sure as hell am not waiting until Monday to get them going about it. Like, that's just my opinion. You can do what you want. But I would rather be like, here's a tool. Like, whatever you need to know, I can tell you and or I can find a third party tool or a video that can tell you, right? We want to get these people help just in a timely manner instead of waiting. But Monday's that call, so that'll be good for those people who you're following up with, who have fell through the cracks, who have not got back to you, who have ghosted you, all the things. It's a perfect time for them to jump on that too. So, all right, so let's spend about like at least 10 minutes doing that. Hi, Jocelyn.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I was thinking 5:30.
No problem. No biggie. We're actually just we're finishing up some invites and follow-ups. Um, can you see anything in the chat since you just popped on? It might not be showing up anything in the chat for you, I bet. Okay, it's fine. I'll redo. Annie can pop in her follow-up piece and then I'll put in the thing I had for invites. Um, and you're good to go. We're just doing some of those to end the month. So there's those, and then we're going to dive into the next thing. So feel free to follow up with anybody that you have been talking to or invite some new people if you want, and then we'll dive into stories. And I just shared a post that we're going to do together.
Perfect. Thank you, ladies.
Welcome.
Okay, guys, we're going to move on to stories today. I made some new slides about the endocannabinoid system, and I put them in the green non-tox thread, so you're welcome to use those. There's 5 slides that go over the endocannabinoid system. Or if you go in your boards app, I thought I'd walk you guys through like where I find more. If you go in your boards app to the green team and then graphics for social, you can go to products and there's all kinds of slides for products, or there's business slides, endocannabinoid slides. And there's even 30 days of content ideas that have like little post summaries, but I thought those would be helpful. And then in our team threads, there's photo albums. You can't see them on a computer, but if you go on your phone, you can go into the team thread and then go to the top and tap it, and it'll pop up like the profile of the group. And you can scroll down to view media files and links. And then there's albums in there too. So those have a bunch of different stories that you can use on Instagram. So let's just take a minute to pop up some stories. It's always good to have stories in there too with some engagement with either like a poll or a slidey thing. Even unrelated to Green Compass, if you share like a funny reel or something, just to get a boost in your algorithm on your stories. So we'll give you maybe like 5 minutes to do stories because those won't take you very long. And I'm not putting up stories right now because I'm at work. I'm working. So my boss is my friend and I don't want her to see I'm working. I mean, I'm on lunch, so I should be able to, but you know,
Okay, and then after that, let's do the post that I just shared in the non-tox thread. So I just wrote this up this morning. I've actually had this on my heart, talking about, and I have slides that I want to coordinate with this, but I haven't made them yet. Basically, talking about like other supplements and how our bodies really don't need. I'm not saying we don't ever need another supplement, but what people find is when they use CBD that like their symptoms disappear and then they don't really need all of those other things that they were trying to take. So that post is kind of along those lines a little bit, and I just wanted to make it generalized for everyone. So I feel like it kind of shared some truths in there. Feel free to shift it into something more specific based on your like struggle or what CBD resolved for you, and then put a picture with it. I just put a picture when I was just sitting here on this call and threw that up with it. So feel free to use that post to just gain inspiration if you're struggling to put your stuff out there. I think it's great that we just reuse each other's, that we just reuse and not feel like we have to recreate all the time. So post that if you want, and we'll do that. We'll just spend a few minutes doing that.
Okay, let's move on to our last thing, which is reach outs. Um, and there's a few ways you guys can do this. It's up to you if you're building more on Facebook or you're building on Instagram. But if you're on Facebook, you can just scroll through your page and look at your recent posts, look at who is liking or, giving whatever those are called on your posts or your comments. And you can just reach out to them and send them a message. And kind of the same thing on Instagram. You can look at your Instagram at who is watching your stories and send them a message. Um, I didn't type out a sample message. I've been over here sending messages. Let me type up a message that you can send that would be helpful for you. The other thing I wanted to share was a tip Michelle actually shared, I don't know, in our text thread maybe, that I've been using today, and I didn't know you could do this. I don't know if you can do it on a laptop. You could probably weigh in, but on your phone, you can go into your messenger and you can go in the chats and type the word like CBD, and it will bring up there'll be 4 headers. It'll say all people, channels, messages. So I tapped messages and then it shows me any person I've had a CBD conversation with. So I've been going through that and sending follow-up messages. And it has been eye-opening the amount of people that I have fallen through the cracks. So that's a good way to work on follow-ups like later today. Let me type you guys up a short message for reach outs and I'll pop it in the chat for you too.
Andy, can I just say something? You can't do it on your computer. It like won't, I don't know why it won't work, but also do like collagen, do mushrooms, anything that you've ever talked about. Like I'm getting so many random different conversations coming up that I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about these people.
It's been
Crazy.
super helpful today. The other thing on reach outs too, like it doesn't have to be private messages all the time. Like you want to be active on social media. So a good practice just to put in place is if you find yourself in a scroll hole, which is not helping your business, make sure you are liking and commenting on your friends' stuff because it's going to show that you're social on social media. And that's simple as, liking somebody's post about their kids being sick and sending encouragement. Like if you make it a practice every day to send like 3 or 5 messages of encouragement on pictures and stuff that your friends are sharing, that's helpful too. So, I mean,
And on your,
oh, go ahead.
sorry, on your computer, you can make custom lists as well. So you're not really in the scroll and you're focused on the people that you are specifically following up with or on your list. You can make custom lists that's only on the computer, but that's what I do as well.
That's a brilliant tip. Another good one. Okay, I think that's everything for today. I think that we had for you guys. So, um, just a reminder, we do have that business opportunity call on Monday that you can work on invites throughout the weekend. We still have the CBD 101 group that you can plug people to into that are interested, or we have tons of recorded calls too that if you guys need anything that's recorded and you can't find it, just drop it in the team thread and we're happy to help. Anything I'm forgetting, Tabitha, before we go?
No, I don't think so. I would just think about as you guys get off of this call and you kind of shift into like today, Friday, and the weekend, maybe just think about like I'm already thinking tomorrow, like what do I want to share tomorrow? Like maybe today you're sharing the ECS, but like tomorrow, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna like maybe you're gonna share specifically on digestive jellies, or maybe you're gonna specifically do sleep jellies, or whatever. And then thinking about like maybe a post or what you're going to do leading up to the call. Like I always try to be strategic if I can. It doesn't always happen, but just my head around like, okay, if I know I want to get 5 more PCs before the end of the month, then what am I going to do? What's my actions going to look like to lead up to that? Because I like to reverse engineer it and kind of just think, okay, what can I put out there to get kind of what I'm lacking in the month that I'm wanting to do. So anyway, so just think about that. If you guys have any questions, we're here. So happy Thursday, and we'll talk soon. Thank you guys for getting on.
Do we want to take a picture real fast?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, and Jocelyn can be in the picture this time. Yay! Okay,
Loud.
ready? Okay, got it.
Yay. Have a good day, you guys. We'll talk soon.
Okay, bye.